Apparently, joy is too loud. She said my kids were too happy for the neighborhood. If you love powerful stories, you don't want to miss this. But before we continue, tell us where you're watching from. It makes us happy to see how far our stories travel. I had been in the house barely 2 weeks. Single dad, two kids, new job, new school, new routine. We were finally having one of those rare good evenings. Homework done, dinner finished, laughter filling the living room. Then came the knock. She stood there smiling like she was auditioning for a toothpaste commercial. "Hi, I'm Karen from the HOA," she said sweetly. "We've received a noise complaint." I frowned. "About what?" She tilted her head. "Your children, they're enthusiastic." That's when I knew. The complaints didn't stop. Kids playing in the afternoon, the TV during a football game, a washing machine after 7 p.m. Once, she cited me for excessive noise caused by family activity. I stared at the paper. So, being a dad? She smiled wider. Rules are rules. She always came friendly, clipboard tucked close, voice soft, power dripping behind every word. But what she didn't realize was this. I wasn't the type to argue loudly. I was the type to pay attention, and the quieter I got, the closer she was to a problem she didn't see coming. Karen stopped pretending after the third complaint. The smile faded, the visits got longer, the fines got creative. One afternoon, she stood on my driveway, arms crossed, voice sharp. "You're violating quiet enjoyment rules." I glanced at my kids riding their bikes. It was 5:12 p.m., so daylight? I asked. She ignored me and slid a paper forward. Another fine, another warning, another threat of escalation. That night, I did something different. I stopped reacting and started reading. HOA bylaws, city noise ordinances, state tenant and homeowner protections. Turns out, laughter wasn't illegal. Kids playing wasn't either. And Karen? She didn't actually have the authority she loved pretending she did. The next time she came, I was ready. She rattled off rules like scripture. I nodded politely, calm, respectful. Then I asked, "Can you show me where that's written?" She blinked. Well, this is standard." "Standard where?" I smiled. "Because it's not in the bylaws." Her voice rose. Neighbors slowed their walks. Curtains twitched. "Are you questioning me?" "No," I said softly. "I'm documenting you." That word changed everything. Her smile vanished completely. And for the first time, Karen realized this wasn't going to end the way she planned. If this story is hitting close to home, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps more people hear stories like this and keeps the channel growing. Karen stopped knocking. Now she showed up with witnesses. One Saturday morning, she marched down my driveway with another HOA member trailing behind her like a nervous intern. Clipboard raised, voice loud enough for the whole block. "You've been warned multiple times," she announced. "This is harassment level noise." My kids were chalk drawing on the sidewalk. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't argue. I pulled out my phone. "Just so we're clear," I said calmly, "you're saying kids playing outside at 10 a.m. violates which rule?" She scoffed. "Don't record me." "I'm allowed to," I replied. "It's my property." Neighbors stopped pretending not to listen. Doors opened. Someone across the street sat on their porch with coffee, fully invested. Karen's tone sharpened. "If you don't comply, there will be consequences." I nodded. "Great. Please put that in writing." She hesitated. The other HOA member shifted uncomfortably. "Karen, I don't think—" She shot him a look. That was the moment. The power didn't disappear. It cracked. Later that evening, a neighbor knocked on my door. "She's been doing this to others," he whispered. "You're not alone." By nightfall, I had messages, screenshots, copies of fines, stories that all sounded the same. Karen thought she was enforcing silence. What she was really doing was gathering witnesses. Silence finally changed sides. The HOA meeting was packed. Karen sat at the front table, legs crossed, clipboard ready, confident, loud, familiar. She started the meeting like she always did, listing violations and disturbances, her voice sharp with authority. Then it was my turn. I stood up slowly, calm, no anger, just facts. I played the videos, her shouting on my driveway, her threats, her claiming rules that didn't exist. Then I read the bylaws, out loud, word for word. The room went quiet. A woman in the back raised her hand. "She fined me for my dog breathing too loud." Someone else added, "She told me my grandkids weren't allowed to laugh outside." Laughter broke out. Real laughter. Karen tried to interrupt. "This meeting is getting out of hand." That's when the HOA president, quiet, tired, and clearly done, leaned into the microphone. "No, Karen," he said. "You did." The vote happened faster than anyone expected. Karen was removed effective immediately. All her fines were voided. An audit was announced. Refunds approved. She stood up too quickly, knocking her clipboard to the floor, papers scattered everywhere. No one helped her pick them up. A week later, she avoided eye contact at the mailbox. My kids played freely again. Neighbors waved. The street felt lighter. And me? I didn't win by being loud. I won by letting her prove exactly who she was in front of everyone. The end. Please like and subscribe for more HOA showdowns like this. Do you think she got what she deserves? Comment below.